Hey, what's up, guys? I've been playing a lot of Arena recently, and I've really been enjoying it. I sometimes 3-stack, I 2-stack, but I have been playing a lot of solo queue as well. And my randoms do the most questionable things, so I decided to take what I've learned from playing arenas a lot, and decided to make this video. If you find any of these tips useful, make sure to drop a like, and a sub. Number 1. Hold your knockdown shield and crawl to your teammates. When you're knocked, especially in arenas, you are far from useless, especially if it's like a 1v1 situation or a 1v2 situation. If you crawl towards your teammates so that they can use their shield, or you just hold up your shield and they're already there, that's free cover, and that's like a free 150 HP that you can absorb for your teammates as well, and potentially clutch up the round. Now, you want to be careful with this, because if your teammate isn't near you, or you're close to an enemy, and you're holding up your shield, they can use you as cover. However, if both your teammate and the enemy is in your knockdown shield, then you're better off just holding it up, unless they tell you to take it down. And here's an example.
Got hurt weak, one shot.
Number 2, buy heals. Like, seriously, buy heals. I can't tell you how many times people just will be like, whether it's the first round or like the 8th round, they just won't ever have enough heals. They'll buy like 2 batteries and just buy fully kitted weapons. Like, if you can't buy enough heals for you to last you an entire round, you can't afford the weapons. Don't get them that upgraded. You can't afford it. I need you to be responsible with your money, legends, okay? You need to buy them heals so you don't die. They don't cost that much. Cells cost 75 for 2. 4 cells is basically a purple shield. If you have any money left over after getting batteries, just get cells. It doesn't matter if it's med kits, it doesn't matter if it's syringes, it doesn't matter if it's batteries or cells. Get heals. Number 3, go to zone. I can't tell you how many times people just don't go to zone. Especially if you don't know what you're doing, or you're new to arenas or Apex or whatever, you should most definitely always go to zone. It's the same like Battle Royale. If you don't go to zone, the other team that did go to zone are just going to be able to gatekeep you. Not only are you giving up the zone, but you're also giving up the positioning in the zone. So if you went to go on the opposite side of the map by yourself and the other team notices that, and most of the time they will, they're fighting a 3v2. And if they want to get out of that situation, they have to give up the positioning in the zone in order to do so, which leaves you and your teammates at a disadvantage. Now, that's not to say it's necessarily the worst thing to go and like trade materials or something like that, because in some situations you might want to do that. But most of the time, it's just safer to go into the zone, because any decent players will just not let you get into the zone without taking damage, or will just take the good spots in the zone, like high ground for example, and it'll literally be an uphill battle. Number 4, team shoot. Now, this one seems more self-explanatory, but just some people just don't do it. So usually you want to hold angles and stand in places where one of your teammates can shoot at somebody if the enemy peeks them, and you also have a line of sight on them when they peek them as well. This usually comes with map knowledge and stuff like that. If you're still just starting out, one of the easiest and best ways to team shoot that even high level players use all the time is literally just standing next to each other. Because if you're all grouped up and one person peeks you, all 3 of you are gonna shoot him, and he's just gonna get beamed and die. There's like a misconception of standing close together being a bad thing. Now, yes, it can be bad because, you have grenades and things like that. However, a lot of the times you don't have an option, or you're stuck somewhere, or it's just something that's very easy to do and the opponent just keep falling for it. So you just stand together and 3 people just shoot at him. And number 5, staying alive. A lot of people will just get weak or get their shields cracked and just continue to shoot, or just re-peek again and die. and that puts the entire team at a disadvantage immediately after that happens, especially if you didn't knock anybody on the other team. And a lot of the times it's very unnecessary. Arenas might seem like it's very fast paced, and it is. However, a lot of the times, if you didn't do any damage to the other person, you cracked them, but they also cracked you. A lot of the time, you're better off just healing and letting your teammates capitalize off of that, rather than you just re-peeking and then getting knocked for free, and then you put your whole team at a disadvantage. So let's say your teammate does exactly what I just said not to do and peeks after he got cracked and gets knocked. And at the same time, you were peeking somebody else and then you got cracked. So now you have a person that's knocked on your team and you are cracked. So the three of them are going to push you most likely, and you're already at a disadvantage because you have a whole person that's knocked and you're weak, so you have to heal. So they're gonna force you to fight them, and it's gonna be a very unfavorable position to fight from. So you really want to be paying attention to your health a lot of the time, and the health of your teammates, on whether or not you should peek somebody again, or whether or not you should trade damage. Alright guys, that's it for my 5 tips. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this helped you out, and I'll see you in the arenas.